Sudsra Petroleum Company, better known as Simpico Lubricants, is a trusted name for high quality and performance lubricants. Simpico lubricants are proven to excel in heavy duty applications with over 260 national and international championship pulling titles. Simpico lubricant customers have proven the benefits and savings of trusting their equipment to Simpico lubricants. If you own or operate trucks, tractors, or heavy equipment, call today 1-800-553-1891 or online at simpico.com.
The official fan app for truck and tractor pulling. Sign up, pick winners, win cash. It's that easy. Fullpull.us.
At Profab Machine, we strive to provide competitive, top-notch quality transmissions, transfer cases, and driveline products for truck and tractor pulling competition. Profab uses modern machinery and the latest technology to produce high-caliber products. From the product materials to the heat treating process, quality and satisfaction are our number one priority. Profab Machine, trusted since 1987.
Heavy diesel rebuilds and machine work is High Plains Performance's specialty. Their team of qualified and experienced professionals are at the top of their industry. Contact Doug for a quote today.
The Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association is the largest of 3 sanctioned national pulling associations with 16 classes and more than 350 competing vehicles streamed on outlawpulling.tv.
Truck and tractor pulling is evolving, and these guys are helping lead the charge. Jason Schultz, Logan Stevens, Jason Bittinger, Bert Forbes, real insight, real conversations, one goal: to grow the sport of truck and tractor pulling. Welcome to the Let's Grow Pulling podcast.
Welcome back to Let's Grow Pulling. I'm your host, Logan Stevens, alongside only tonight, Chris Kilberger, as Stu's still up there recovering. Clearly,
oh God, what? Where? Who's there? Who's here? Who? What?
more alcohol is the cure to this hangover. It seems like for Stu.
I figured out how to put a koozie on a plastic cup from iced coffee, and I took a couple of ibuprofen. So I'm powering through it. I'm trying to get through, but my voice is gone, brother. It's gone.
I've heard that the best way to knock a hangover is to stay drunk. Isn't that it?
I honestly don't know how I made it through the weekend. I mean, going to bed at 5. When I say going to bed, I mean going in my truck and just putting the seat back and turning the air on and trying to just have some sort of semblance of, but it didn't really. It was just kind of close my eyes for about a half hour to an hour. Sun starts coming up, and then, okay, wipe your eyes with some wet wipes and go over and stumble into the shower trailer and do it all over again. Get a cinnamon bun or a breakfast bowl, and then waddle on back and, clean off the crap off the beer pong table and try to find what stuff's on the ground. We found so much stuff on the ground that we don't even know how it got there. Like, there's going to be cans, there's going to be bottles, broken beer pong balls. Okay, we get all that, like cigarettes. But we found a rubber alligator. I don't know who had a rubber alligator, like the size of my forearm. And it wasn't a party prop. It was just a rubber alligator. It wasn't like you put on a sticker or anything. So I don't know why a rubber alligator was there. And there was a lot of other things.
Bowling Green.
Yeah.
So I think we are just as surprised as Mr. Rob from Rob Guy's Garage that Stu is actually upright and conscious this morning.
Well, I had a beer drinking competition Friday, and I wanted to get ahead of my competitor. So I was told between 8 and 10 Milwaukee Best Ice in less than 15 minutes. And then it turned into me wearing some weird clothes and swinging one of Big Andy's hockey sticks into Parade Alley, swinging at golf carts going by, not to hit them, but to just be entertaining. And then I fell into the cornhole boards and broke the legs. And then they basically held me into the camper, and then I passed out for 6 hours.
Oh, no.
So, yeah.
That's not
but
fair.
I won. I won the competition. I won. And that was the important thing that day.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. I mean, it sounds like you had a truly wild weekend there, but I think let's take 30 seconds first and have a little moment of silence for the 3 lovely Europeans that came over to experience the one-kind pull. came over from the Netherlands and sadly did not get to return. What a sad deal, but
Yeah.
something you get and do what you enjoy. And there's a time and a place for everything, but well,
Remember what I say at the end of the show, guys? Live for today because tomorrow's not guaranteed. And this is one of those. It was a hard moment when I heard, but it just reinforces that there has to be a plan for everything. We have to trust in that plan and that they're in a better place. And we just have to strive forward and continuing what we're doing to help the sport grow and make new friends and just stay on the right path. And then that's all the best I can say at the moment.
Bert, where were you at this weekend?
I was at a truck pull in Roanoke Rapids with the school board. And so we had a blast down there with the Big Daddy Motorsports. And he gave you all a little teaser. They're going to have, I guess you kind of call it a winter series. They're going to have 3 indoor shows in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. So they're going to have a setup there with some of their local classes. They got a sportsman's class, 4-wheel drive class that is killer. And they'll be having super mod 2-wheel drives and some others. So that's going to be coming up in January and February. So that's something to look forward to, working with those guys on that. So that's where I was at. Nothing too exciting. Not as exciting as BG by any means. I was watching it whenever I could. In fact, while I was doing the scoreboard stuff, all the graphics and stuff, I had my cell phone. And James or Thomas Holliday had his phone, and we were talking about the BG pull as it was going on while I was doing the scoreboard graphics, because cool. We were all curious about what was happening at the time. So, but yeah, we had a good time up there in Roanoke Rapids. They're going to have a big pull, and this is a shout out to them. We're going to be bringing this up a lot more as it goes on, but October 2nd and 3rd, they're going to have a regional national event there. And as of today, by my understanding, they're going to have light mods there also. Cool. So that's going to add something to that show. Definitely, it's going to be a killer show in the first weekend in October. So looking forward to that.
Nice.
That's cool.
So, I mean, talk about a wild weekend. 396 different competitors took to the track there. And now that's 400 vehicles there, but you pull each one twice.
Yep. North
of 800 hooks in the span of just a couple short hours there in Bowling Green.
Yeah, we had a few flood resets too, so
yeah.
That was something. I mean, it looked like, and I hate the Saturday afternoon rained out because I was kind of looking forward to seeing what was going to happen in the 2-wheelers. The way that was, I mean, that class was shaping up to be. You know, it was. I mean, we had a local guy, Brandon Lee. He went up there and had run solid down here all year long. In fact, he ran a couple of Grand National events, was in the top 10, and he went up there and. I guess it looked like he burned a piston. There was burn up spark plug and some other damage. And so he worked all day, and then it ended up calling it because of the rain. So, but I was looking forward to 2-wheel drives. I was really wanting to see how that was going to, because 2-wheel drives on that track, man, it is anybody's ball game, period. It can be anybody at any time on that track. So,
I mean, who would have thought that there would be 2 C cabs in the top 3? I mean, one that kid never been to BG before.
Well, that's the magic of BG, though. The magic of BG is somebody, and this is going to come off wrong, but somebody that's an underdog or somebody that maybe runs like Region 2 or Region 4 or is more of a local puller has got the same equipment as the Grand National guys, but they can show up in Bowling Green. And, buddy, let me tell you something. They got just as much of a shot with a class, you know, when you got 50 vehicles, how much that track changes, you know, from start to finish. So it's anybody's ball game at that track. It doesn't matter. It's kind of luck of the draw. So
I think Ryan Ryan Reitzel got everybody's attention last year. They were even talking about him. And he only ran 3 hooks the whole year and then came up there and won a ring.
Yeah.
Said he was third place. If he could have hooked it again, of course, in his second truck, I haven't heard about what really happened, but steering wheel came off in his hand.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. And he goes, it wasn't the steering wheel's fault, it was my fault. So I was like, understood.
Yeah, at the end of the run, he was like
Yeah, he was
he was trying to figure out what he was going to do with it. You know,
and he's not a small boy, so
no,
you know, he's a good guy though.
But in the words of Tim Cutshaw, when the front end comes up, you might as well throw that thing out the window. It ain't no good to you anyway.
I think the problem was that had the kill switch there was a button that was on the steering wheel that cut it off.
Oh, okay.
Because there was a wire that he was fussing with. So.
Well, we need to find out. That's stuff we need to figure out.
Yep, that's on my to-do list.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, we got that. We got then again an action-packed show here tonight. We're bringing on the promoters from the Highland Pull here in about 2-3 minutes here, and then we're bringing in one of our ring winners from this past weekend in Bowling Green, Mrs. Lindsay Campbell, to tell her about her weekend.
Yeah.
Going from a 7th place finish there in the Friday session to whipping it around and showing up on everyone and walking out on the top spot there Saturday night.
That's
going to be a great deal. And then Taylor Corsick coming in as well to tell about her Grand National win there this weekend at Bowling Green. So very much an action-packed show here tonight. But
I didn't realize that the courses had a third truck until I was just like, triple threat. Who's this? Oh, there's a Tyler course out. I was like, oh, I like that too.
Let me throw this in. Let me throw this in too. And this is a guy from my area,
right?
Mason Brizendine,
right?
2024. He won Friday night. I believe, it was Friday night. I think.
Yep.
I can't remember exactly where, but he won, and then he ended up he missed out of the ring by just a little bit on Saturday. He didn't have as good a run, and then he placed the second. You know, we call that. I mean, he's a country boy. I mean, to give you a little perspective on what these guys and gals do. They, he hadn't run that truck basically all year. He put that engine in on Wednesday afternoon and went right straight to Bowling Green. And then they left the pool, and then Temple drove home and ran a sled Saturday in Roanoke Rapids. So,
hasn't Temple been around a while?
Oh yeah,
I know that name from a while ago. So yeah, good. I mean, that's good stuff, man.
Yeah, there's so many stories out of Bowling Green just on.
Oh my god!
Between the stories and the rivalry and everything else. Golly.
And some of the points, I looked at some of the Grand National points and stuff. I was looking at stuff today, and I'm sitting there looking at it, and I'm like, man, some guys, I mean, some of these teams literally got their season destroyed over one hook because, and you hate that for them, but that's kind of, the nature of the business, and you hate that. But I mean that tells you how important Bowling Green is.
Superstocks took a beating.
Oh yeah.
How much bounce can you get in a truck? Some of them, it was just like, wow, where'd that come from?
I thought I can't remember who it was. I thought he had a concussion. I mean, he started bouncing right in front of me, and he didn't get out of it at first. And his head whiplashed so bad back and forth like 3 times. I thought they were going to run out with the medics, make sure he was okay. But he just looked. I'm like, how did you do that, dude? Like, that's amazing. He went for a wild ride. It was nuts.
There was a bunch of them. So
David Ward talking about the flyover on Saturday was awesome.
It was cool. And they were going faster than they normally do. They were going a little bit faster than they normally do. So I think some people were kind of like, they like to see him in the distance go, and they always, they point. Hey, they're coming. You really didn't have any time for that this time. You're staring at the flag. All of a sudden, oh, okay, shit. There they went. All right, cool. Like,
yeah, some of those, I mean, we have an Air Force base right near our house, and when they come across, you can never look where the sound is. It's always out in front of it anyway.
Yeah.
See where they are.
Well, I know we can talk about this all night long.
So,
we will later. We will later. I have many
things.
things.
And we're going to bring on Brandon here with the Highland Track and Tractor Pull to tell us a little bit about his event. Brandon, how's it going?
Oh, not too bad. Yourself?
I'm sure I'm doing better than some of the other guys on this panel after this weekend.
Agreed.
Yeah. Can believe.
So, Brandon, tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
I'm Brandon. I'm the treasurer of the Highland Tractor Pullers organization. Getting ready to put on the Highland Nationals Badger State Truck and Tractor Pull.
So, of course, you got the Badger State there. I presume without my least bit of research coming into this, you are out of Wisconsin, correct?
Correct.
Okay, good. So
yeah, we're in a little hole in the map town called Highland, about 800 people.
So what is the Highland Nationals? Because I mean, with the Nationals, it's got to be big here.
Oh, in 2020, when nothing else was going on, we were like one of the only ones to have a tractor pull, and I don't know, Highland Nationals is kind of, that's what some people started calling it, and that's what we went with.
So what classes are shaping up here this weekend for the Highland Nationals?
We got one local class. It's going to be the 2-4 altered farm. And then we got 5 classes of Badger State. We got 466 hot farm, super farm, light pro stock, 2-wheel drive, 4-1s, and pro stocks.
Okay. So, I mean, of course, you named there, we're bringing everything from the hot farms clear to the pro stocks. What else can fans come to expect here this weekend in Highland?
Oh, we always have a pretty good food stand, good steak sandwiches, ice cold beer.
Stu, what
do you put on your steak sandwich? I mean, do you go plain, or are you putting on A1 sauce barbecue? What are you doing?
I knew where this was going.
Well, you know that's gonna be my next question. I mean, the one thing I like right now is food and coffee, and so yeah, I want to hear about this.
They season them. You can put your sauce on it.
Okay. Nice. Do you guys have fries? Like the big steak ones?
No, we don't.
Okay. But do you have like elephant ears? Do you have elephant ears, stuff like that?
Wrong. I don't know if you caught that there, but he goes, they're seasoned, but you can put your sauce on it if you want. He just told you straight up you're wrong there. What are you gonna say about that?
I don't judge people. Andy brought some giant pickles to BG, and I'm like, I'm not eating a giant pickle. And he's like, oh, it'll keep you hydrated. I said, I don't give a shit about being hydrated. I'm not eating a giant pickle. I'm gonna have a damn beer. What the hell's wrong with you? But no, it's okay. I take digs all the time. No, it's cool. I douse my fries in vinegar, and I mean douse. I mean, the bucket's this big, this much is vinegar. Oh yeah, vinegar and salt. Yeah.
Off. I don't know why we still have him on here. So Brandon, how did you get involved with being part of course getting on the board there as a treasurer with the Highland Tractor Pullers? But how did you get involved with this board of tractor pulling?
Our last president, Dave Gates, and me owned a tractor together, and just kind of got in it from there.
So, are you participating this weekend any at all? Are you driving a tractor? And I think we talked to you earlier this year about this pull a little bit, and
we were gonna do a tri-state show,
right.
And That got ripped out.
Oh, okay. So, so tell us a little bit. Well, go into your pulling history a little bit. Then let's talk about that a little bit. Where did you? You said you kind of co-owned a pulling tractor. What kind of pulling tractor was it?
It's an IH 1466. Kind of started out as like a too hot to farm mile-per-hour tractor, and now it's in 466 hot farm called the Casual Encounter.
Nice. He's quieter than you are, Logan. Your stuff is really loud. Logan drives a mini rod.
It definitely
he's
a
a
little
noise
bit
maker.
quieter. I mean, I'm waiting for the day to where we can lighten up a diesel motor light enough to put it in a mini rod and make it work. That's the day that I'll truly enjoy the mini rod class. But no, so Highland, Michigan this weekend.
Highland, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Golly, I've had a day in addition to all these boys, and I didn't go partying this weekend. So Highland, Wisconsin. So I take it you started it there. You mentioned earlier around the time of COVID being one of the only events that you could have there that year.
Yeah, we had, I don't know, probably anywhere from 3,000 to 4,000 people there, and
Wow.
this pile of iron since nothing else was going on.
Where do you pull the majority of your fans from? Like what area, what bigger city is close to you where you pull a lot of your fans from?
I mean, we're in Southwest Wisconsin, so I don't know, like I guess probably anywhere in between Dubuque, Madison, somewhere in that line.
Okay.
So how big is Highland, Wisconsin?
Like I said, we got about 800 people.
So
in the whole.
you got 800 people, and you pull a crowd consecutively of 4,000 plus. How's it been the last couple of years? Now that we're back kind of in the normal swing of things.
I'd say we're probably right around like 2,000 fans in the stands of it.
There you go.
Nice. Do your volunteers come from just around town, or they come from farther away, 20, 40, 50, 60 miles to help out?
Most of all of ours are right from town.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we got like the Lions Club, fire department, the local football team.
Cool.
UTV club.
When do you have to start planning for this? Do you do it months ahead, or is it a year-round thing?
Some parts of it are year-round.
Okay.
But probably for sure you start really getting after it within a couple months of it.
Gotcha. What's the fans' favorite class that you think is most people want to see?
Oh, I'd have to say the pro stocks, but
Pro stock? Okay, that makes sense.
I think that's one of the most popular classes right now overall is the pro stock class. I mean, those guys just I'm a mini rod guy and I'm a mod guy, but I've kind of fell in love with the pro stocks because it's just, if you think about how those things make the power, I mean, they're basically like a steam engine, more or less. So I mean, it's just incredible to watch those guys pull.
yeah, I mean, one of my personal favorites of it would probably be the light pros. Them things just scream.
Yeah.
So looking at it from a fan's perspective, I mean, what can they come to expect? What does it take to get into the gate? What's parking like, and what else is there to do around town?
Admission's $20, and I think we got it like where kids 12 and under or something are free. So,
I just pulled up your Facebook page and information on that. Yeah, it's saying 12 and it says online $20 for adults and 12 and under are free is what it shows online.
yeah, that's what I thought it was. I couldn't remember.
We got Richard Pickler here chiming in as well. They came there from Mondovi, Wisconsin there. So
Yeah, that's a pretty good hike.
drawing people from all over without
Yeah.
a doubt.
Yeah, I mean, we get lucky. Some of the competitors we get, we'll get people from Missouri and Iowa, all through the Midwest. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, very, very much so. Chris, what do you have on your mind?
Oh, just it's great to have smaller towns be able to double and triple their size and bring money in. That's a great thing. And everybody loves the walk too. So
what's going on there at the event right now? I mean, how close are you on the track, and what's kind of been going on today there?
Oh, today we had the electrical company out. We're putting some new lights up on the track, trying to get it a little brighter. So we were at that all day, and I think now some of the guys are down there putting water on the track, trying to get it ready for the weekend. But I don't know, we got some fencing stuff to put up for crowd boundaries and a little bit of that stuff to do the rest of the week. But other than that, we should be getting fairly close. Got to put a tent up and stuff yet, but
so a little bit left to get all put together to put on this great event. Who's kind of some of your biggest supporters? Who helps you out the most to put this event on?
Well, I mean, we couldn't do it without all of our sponsors, but like some of our bigger ones are like Cardinal Glass, CG, Wisconsin Distributors, Hennessy Implement, like Slama Equipment. I mean, there's a list of them that are really big help, but it takes all of them.
Yep. It takes a whole team to put an event on and to put an event on right. So just recapping over it this weekend there in Highland, Wisconsin, the Highland Nationals by the Highland Tractor Pullers Association, getting ready to put on basically any of your classes there, from just your hot stocks all the way up to the 10,000 pound pro stocks. So that should be a good show nevertheless. So if you're anywhere close, get out, enjoy it. I know a lot of people out that way didn't get to make it out to Bowling Green this past weekend. So here's your chance to have a little slice of tractor pulling in Bowling Green right in your backyard.
Support the Badger State.
Yep. And look, if you need more information, go to Highlands Nationals Tractor Pull on Facebook. And it's got all the information, location. It's at the Highland Rodeo Grounds is what it is showing online. So check them out if you get the opportunity. Support local, man, because, we can watch it live or we can watch it on TV, but there's nothing like smelling the methanol, smelling the diesel fuel, and if you get lucky, smell a turbine or two as they burn off. So,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, you got anything else before we move you along? I know you've got tons of other stuff you've also got to get done here this evening.
I think I'm good. Hopefully we can see everybody Saturday night.
Well, there you go. See it there Saturday night. One last thing here, Richard Pickler. They handed out free stuff last year and the crowd loved it. That is truly what separates some events apart.
Yeah.
Is just that fan interaction. So
Free stuff is always good.
Phenomenal job, guys, and hopefully you have a great weekend this week.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good week, man.
Hey, Brandon.
There you go. Mr. Brandon from the Highland Tractor Pullers Association and the Highland Tractor Pull there. Well, are we ready to turn up the wick a little bit and go some Grand National pulling here from this past weekend?
It's time to light the fuse.
She lit the wick this weekend, especially on Saturday night. No doubt about it.
That wick was burning pretty darn quick. And let's bring her on, the one, the only, Lindsay Campbell. Lindsay, how is it going?
Hello.
Hi.
How you doing? Congratulations. There's nothing like, I'm sure there's
There we
nothing like
go.
that feeling you
I think
got.
I was muted. Sorry.
We hear you now.
We got you now.
No,
So we're good.
I can't hear.
Oh no, she can't hear us.
Can you hear me?
Okay, we got
yeah.
you now.
Hear you.
All right, I can hear you guys now.
All right.
Awesome. So we of course see your new lawn art sitting out there in front of your house to let all of your friends around town know.
I know I can't hear Logan at all.
Oh no.
You can't
Oh
wait.
no.
Can you hear any of us?
Go like this if you can hear me.
I can hear you. I can't hear Logan.
All
hear you.
right, a woman that hears Stu. This is great. Now I'm in business.
Logan, this is a bad time for you to go down there, buddy.
Oh boy. This was my deal. Doggone it.
Yeah, I can hear you. I just can't hear Logan or anybody else.
Wait a minute, he went to college and now he can't talk.
Right.
Go leave college. Oh,
He
now
got
he's
out.
gone. Well, tell us about the feeling you got when you knew that you won. Just what was the first emotion that hit you? Because you know there's going to be happy tears, but like, what was the first emotion that hit you?
Honestly, it took a while for me to absorb everything because, that's such a big feeling, and being eighth hook, and I had to watch all those big hitters behind me. That is very nerve wracking, but once reality set in, it was a really cool feeling. I struggled a bit this year running some PPL events, so I was getting a little discouraged, as anybody would, and to come into one of the biggest things that, I only dreamed of just, being on the track, let alone winning a ring. I didn't think this was ever, going to happen to me, especially with 50 of us. So
That's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
when you were on that winning run, at what point in the track, what foot mark would you guess that you knew was going to be a really good run and you were going to pull out enough to actually win it?
Well, right out of the gate, I'll actually say it reminded me of my pass in Enderley last year.
Okay.
So when I won the Enderley, it just kind of hooked up really nice, and I didn't have to do much. I just held on to the throttle and went. And I would say it would probably be equivalent to that hook. I didn't really have to use a brake or anything. So
Okay.
I will say I watched Abby Leichner, and what a pass she put down. And
Yeah.
I was thinking to myself, how am I even going to even remotely come close to her? And I kind of took a chapter out of her book, and I was like, well, I'm just going to bury the throttle a little quicker and, see what this can do. And I also knew we didn't have a lot of, events after this either. So I was like, well, I'm going to make it or break it.
Well, there you go. Can you hear me now, Lindsay?
So yeah,
You
no, it
still
was
can't
pretty
hear me.
awesome. I
Can you hear him? Can you hear Logan yet?
no,
I quit.
I don't think she can hear anybody but Stu.
Oh, really? Can you hear anybody other than me?
just you.
Can you hear me,
Wow.
Lindsay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let
This
me
is
ask.
gonna be
Okay,
all
so
studio.
when you got done and it was good, who was like? I mean, let me put it this way. So Logan's better at these questions than I am. Who was the first person that you high fived or hugged when you realized that you actually did win the ring?
Oh, God, who was standing over there? I don't. Well, our friends that came down from Pennsylvania here,
Yeah.
they were there to take the tractor back, and I just took my helmet off, and I couldn't realize what was even going on. I was trying to listen to the loudspeaker, and
Yeah.
I looked up and I thought I saw 369 feet, and I was like, oh my God, is that
Yeah.
going to hold up even? I mean, because there was a lot of big hitters. I thought maybe the track would change a little bit throughout the night. Maybe they build a road. I just, that early on in the class, you just don't know.
Yeah. Who was the first driver that you saw though from another team that came and congratulated you?
I think Tyler Slaw was the first one to really kind of go,
Oh, really?
oh my God, that was awesome.
Is that when it sunk in? Is that when like it actually sunk in and you like the tears started to flow a little bit?
Yeah, not till the very end. Because
Really?
I just, Kester was back there. Both Slaws were back there. I mean, there was all the Wickeds, like everybody was back there. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh God, there's a lot of class to go. And I had to get, help get my husband down the track yet too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He was shortly behind me. I think I was 8th and he was 18th.
Oh,
and,
okay. Okay.
And I thought he got me.
Oh, really?
And I was like, oh, I mean, at least our tractors would have been in the lead, but I was like, I'm pretty sure he got me, and he actually ended up third. So
Oh, nice. So I bet it was
Not
kind of
bad.
like that moment for us normal people that aren't professional drivers, right? That if you're watching the lottery numbers on your TV and you see that, let's say it's a 6-digit lottery and you're the third number and you're like, and they're announcing it in a row with a Powerball. That was the feeling like when you saw all those other pullers still behind you, you had to pull. You're like,
yeah, oh yeah,
I have 3 of the
absolutely.
6 numbers. Please, God, if we go to 4, we can go to 5. And then you're like, wait, there's only one person left. I got all 6 numbers. I'm quitting my effing job. Like,
Oh
is
yeah,
that
I had
kind
to
of
walk away. I had to walk away for a while. I couldn't
did
do
you?
it. I was like, I don't know. You know, I think if I'm like oblivious, it makes it a little easier. I don't know.
Yeah. You should have walked over to like the food vendors, just got a fry, and they just kind of pretended nonchalantly that you weren't paying attention, just eating fries or having like a corn dog or something.
Stu,
Oh, my
why do you,
husband would have done that for sure.
Stu, why did you bring
he
up
can eat
food
right
in that?
before we pull. I don't
Okay,
know how
first
he
off,
manages
okay,
that.
no, look, Bert said why they bring up food because food makes me happy. So when you're single and you don't have anybody in your life, food makes you happy. That's the whole
Right.
thing.
Since she can hear you,
Oh,
I got a
that's funny.
question. Stu,
There is
I
a
need
funny
you-
story. So back in Evansville, I get all, nerved up, excited, like I gotta get heat in the motors, all these things. And we were watching our customers in the Pro Stock class and trying to get our stuff ready to go, and everybody's having a good night. And I'm like, where's my husband? Like, where's
Yeah.
Kevin? Like, I need to get heat in the motors. And if anybody knows me at this point, I'm blowing into a paper bag. Like, I need to
Yeah.
get shit done. And I couldn't find him anywhere. So finally I called him and I go, where are you? He goes, I'm getting a sandwich. I go, we got to put heat in the motors. And
Wow.
he's like, do you want one? I'm like, no. So that's kind of an inside joke now that everybody else knows. And we get a good laugh out of that. But I'm not that calm before I pull.
I got you. No, I got you.
Stu, Stu,
what's that,
ask this
Bert?
question for me since she can't hear me.
Yeah.
Ask her what does she think gave her the edge, or maybe gave her a little bit more of an edge than anybody else.
Yeah.
With that tough of a mini class.
Okay, I got you. I don't know if you can hear Bert, but what do you think gave you the edge going into that, specifically that night and that last hold? Is there anything you think gave you an edge? Was it your setup? Was it your tune? Was it where you set up at the beginning of the track on the sled?
Was it track conditions?
I'd say it was a combination of things.
Track conditions.
Yeah, so obviously it takes a whole team. It's not just the throttle bender. It takes everybody. But I would say we got a blower refresh from SSI done right beforehand.
Okay.
So that was a fresh blower. That helped. My motor's just a hair weak right now. It needs a refresh. And we knew that coming into it. So after the hook, Kevin goes, now, did it seem a little spicy to you? And I'm like, yeah. So I think he just turned it up a little bit and didn't tell me.
Oh, okay.
Which is probably for the better. That's fine.
Isn't
but
that
I
a
do
Bowling
think-
Green thing that everybody kind of turns it up just a little bit more?
Oh, everybody's turning the wick up and you can't blame them.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can't blame anybody for that. And
It's for
especially
the
toward the
race.
end of the season, like most people that run their points and stuff. I mean, yes, there's a few more hooks, but
Sure.
it's a Super Bowl. Like, who's not going to turn their
Oh,
wick
I
up a little
agree.
bit,
Now, on your vehicle, I've never asked this question before. Are you going to put on anywhere on the truck for next year, like where it says you're the ring winner for 2026? Are you going to put that on there on the truck somewhere?
No,
Really?
no. I'm
Okay.
actually pretty humble. Like, I don't.
Oh, hi.
that's my stepdaughter.
Hi.
So I'm actually pretty humble. I don't like to do that. I mean, clearly
No,
I
I
got
just meant
Bill
from a
sitting behind
pride
me, but
standpoint. I just was curious. I've never asked a driver if they've done that for a pride standpoint. That's all. Something that
Yeah.
big and something that, like you said, it's not that you don't think you can win, but it's unexpected and it happens in the manner
Absolutely.
that you actually did win it. It's kind of like, man, if I never win another thing ever again, I can die happy knowing I did this.
oh, absolutely. Like, I feel very accomplished now. I actually swept the overall weekend in Toma, Wisconsin, and
Cool.
that's kind of my initial home turf. I grew up in Wisconsin, and
Okay.
to win that was huge this year. And then, I mean, God, I was on cloud 9 with that, let
Yeah.
alone Bowling Green. So,
Oh, yeah.
and it was such a strange feeling. Like, I don't usually have this, but I had a very calming feeling before I pulled on Saturday. And I don't know, I don't know if it's from the friends above here or what, but I actually had a calming feeling.
Did you hear the crowd when you got at the end of the trek at 369? Did you hear them?
Once I got my helmet off and the motor off, I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, just that vibe there is, you can't describe that, I mean, sitting in the stands is awesome, but hearing everybody in the middle,
Sure.
that is just the coolest feeling.
That's so cool. That's so cool. I'm going to try to ask and see if anybody else wants to ask a question through me, I guess.
Yeah, I
you guys-
apologize. I don't know if it's on my end. I apologize.
Well, they were
guys.
saying something about maybe you need to go out of the actual chat room and then come back in. I don't know if you want to try that.
Here, do you want to try it quick? Let me
Try it. Yeah, try that.
Magically, she disappears.
How do I do this?
Magically disappear, then you reappear.
All right, we're going to try.
Okay.
Poof the magic dragon or
And
whatever
then-
that is.
She'll come back on.
Talk about one of the most humble pullers there. Truly. Someone that wants the next person to win more than she wants to win.
Yep.
But, I mean, talk about a commanding performance, though, from both vehicles out of their team. I mean, they ran 3 vehicles last year, then dropped back to a 2-vehicle team. And they came out this year swinging in Florida. They finished strongly all year, and then rounding it off this year, goes out there and cleans house in Bowling Green there on Saturday night with a first and a third.
Well, and the thing about it is, and like I said earlier, you just don't know. I mean, it can be luck of the draw. It can be you just happen to get the magic setup. And the cool thing about what she was talking about, she had that calming feeling. I used to drive. Logan knows this. Most of the time, there's been several times where I've had that same thing, and I've laid down probably some of my best runs. But Logan, right before you fire up, you kind of get that little nerve feeling a little bit until everything's running. That's the way I was, because I did a turbine, so there's like this whole process to crank. So until she was running on her own, I was kind of like, "Come on, baby, let's go, let's go, let's get in gear, get on the track." And when you feel that hook hit everything else is okay. That's the piece. That was my piece for the week. That 8 seconds.
It's quite literally one of the most odd feelings out there, because you're nervous as all get up going up to it. Your heart's going 100 miles an hour, but then it's almost a little bit, in my mind, is not being a chicken. You're hooked to the sled. What can you do? The only thing you can do is you're going to sit there and you're going to roll on it.
Is that where the calm comes from? Because it's in your mind, you're like, well, there's nothing else I can do to prep. I'm just going to roll with it now.
Maybe, but I can tell you this. Lindsay's back on. Let's go ahead and add her up.
Okay.
Let's bring her back in here.
I'm sorry. I'm terrible at technology.
No.
It's probably most of our faults. Lindsay, can you hear us all now?
I can hear you.
Yay, there we go.
Phenomenal.
Modern technology is great when it works.
Yeah, I literally came back in and I threw the phone at Kevin. I'm like, hey, help me out here. I don't know what to do. So I totally admit that's me.
Oh,
that's funny.
It's all good. So, of course, we got not only Lindsay Campbell there, we got Kevin Campbell sitting there in the background. I saw for a little bit there.
He's coming back out.
Nice.
Kevin want to come in and tell us a little bit about his passes from this past weekend?
Absolutely, because the overall finish was number 2 here.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice.
1 and 2, and overall 1 and 3 there Saturday night. The man, the myth, the legend, Kevin Campbell. Kevin, how did your runs feel this past weekend in Bowling Green?
The Saturday night obviously was a little bit better, but we made some changes from Friday to Saturday, and luckily they were positive. So it was good. Yeah, I was happy with it.
So what was your thoughts? I mean, you guys finished there. I know Lindsay got a 7th there Friday day. What was going through your mind? I mean, were you like, okay, let's just service him and try him again? Or are we going to go for the Hail Mary and we're just going to wick it up and see what goes?
Well, I think, as it normally would be, the afternoon's usually not quite as good of a track, but really it was actually better than I would have expected for Friday afternoon. So we probably could have been a little bit more aggressive there. and we happened to do decent, obviously, and then coming into Saturday, her engine's starting to get a little weak. Yeah, you can just tell it's getting kind of towards the end of its life. It needs a refresh. So I figured, well, she was up first, so I I figured it was time to
I'm the guinea pig.
send it off.
Kamikaze it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then it worked. So I figured, okay, well, we'll just do a little bit more for mine. So it obviously was able to take it. So yeah.
Wyatt Schulte wants to know if it is the throttle whack that did it for you, Lindsay. Tell us a little bit about your warm up.
Oh God. Oh Jesus. Oh, I about wanted to vomit.
Operator error.
Yeah.
She put it in gear on me and almost ran me over.
I did not have. It was in like it was just whatever. Anyway, he whacked the throttle, and during warm up, thank God I'm always on the brakes. But I wanted to puke, and maybe that took my mind off of it. I don't know.
Hey, at least I didn't get run over like Grant did. So
Yeah, Grant got run over. So I thank God he's doing okay.
yeah,
Thank God. Yeah, but these are the stories I guess we can laugh at from.
Yeah, I almost got mashed between the midget and the tractor, but I did.
No, teach you for standing.
You'll
there.
live and you learn.
Yeah.
We need a mount of light up front, a neutral safety light on the front of the tractor for Lindsay now.
Well, and my light was, that's the weird part. My light was on, like that goes toward me to say that I'm in neutral. So I don't know, if it was like clicked wrong or what. Like
a lady is never wrong. A lady is never wrong. It's mechanical issues.
You were smart. You were smart. Well, and not that long ago.
I should have said this 20 years ago, then I wouldn't be single. But yeah, thank you.
There you go. Well, maybe for next time now. Now you have an inside scoop. But actually, a few weeks ago, we put a new motor in his, and he forgot to hook up the ground wire.
Yeah, one of the.
Oh my God. He goes to start it up. I didn't pull the kill. It started on its own. And it was like dark outside. So I'm seeing the flames shoot out of the header pipes because the timing was off. And I freaked out. I absolutely panicked because that's never happened to me before. And, so I've had a couple panic moments already starting this year. And I'm kind of good with that.
Yeah.
Maximum overdrive. The machines are taking over.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, if everybody thinks we got our shit together, we don't.
How did the rest of the evening shape up after your ring win there?
Oh, I had a few beers.
But it was actually, pretty quiet, really, because by the time it was all said and done and everything got finished up and loaded and all that, it was, we were pushing at 4 a.m.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Wow. So you guys were not a part of it, but what is the consensus on good old Tyler Slaw and his meow meow kitty cat cat food?
We need to pull that up because Chase had a great breakdown of that. It was funny.
That was
Chase's
epic.
5.5 minute breakdown there on Full Pull. You can go find it there on the Facebook page.
Yeah, he sent us a few texts yesterday about the whole breakdown because we thought that maybe he had lost, but he made sure to give us the whole breakdown of this many of this and this many of that, and it was
an algebraic equation.
He made sure that he wasn't the guy.
By my understanding, the funny thing was he didn't even realize it, and then somebody else pointed it out from their podcast.
Yeah. The clip of the video.
Right.
Yeah.
Lindsay was actually playing that this afternoon, and our daughter Madeline was in here, and she said to Lindsay that she asked her if Chase lost again.
Wow.
And she only heard a snippet of it, which is hilarious. And she's 10, just turned 10.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, that is a very fair assumption, but we'll throw that out there. But no, I mean, talk about boys being boys there with that whole situation.
Oh, I'm glad I'm not in on those bets because I would for sure lose at that point. So I'd probably have the cat food on my mind than the end of the track. So
Oh yeah.
That's
Well,
probably why you guys were in the winner's circle and they weren't. So
you're exactly
Yeah.
right. That's what I was going to say. What would have been funny though if they would have allowed it, somebody throw some dry cat food out on the track before those boys ran.
Yeah.
Hey, now
That
wait a
would've been
minute.
hilarious.
Wait. Time out. Bowling Green has a bad stray cat problem in this town. I don't think we need that at the fairgrounds over there. Okay, please, no. There's enough of them hanging out as it is. I'm just saying. I don't mean to interrupt, but yeah, we kind of
Yeah,
have
there
that
are some
issue
stray
here.
cats there, aren't there?
Oh yeah, and they make their way to the. Never mind. I'm just gonna.
Oh
That's
my
too funny.
goodness.
So, how does that shape you guys up and build your momentum coming into the 2027 polling year? You building on it, or you going to completely swap directions and go somewhere different next year?
Well, I'll let Kevin take over on that one.
Well, we still have a little bit of pulling left. I don't know. We have and have not talked about what we're going to do yet into this week, and we've got plenty of stuff to do from now to then. There's a little bit of Grand National polling left. We'll probably consider what goes on the rest of this week, and then we plan to go to Lumberton, North Carolina for a region event down there where Singletaries are from, and which is a great place to go. It's different, a little change pace, new people, people we see, a couple times a year type of thing. So it's nice to go, and we're going to be working with some customer stuff and everything to finish out our year. So we've got, I don't know, some truck stuff, and a few tractors and different things we got to go with. So I might actually be running a truck in the next few weeks.
Oh,
So yeah, I haven't
boy.
even told Lindsay that.
Oh, that's news to me.
Yeah, it's news to her. But, but for our own stuff, Lindsay's adamant that she'll keep the Mini, which is good. And as far as for myself, I've obviously had the one for sale, and I enjoy the Mini. I like it, and obviously Saturday night it makes you want to keep it, but it can also it can go both ways. You can have the bad runs and the good runs, and then you average all that out. And so I'd like to kind of maybe try. I always like to move around and do something different. So, and not stick at something way too long. So for me, I think we're going to look towards a mod of some sort.
There you go.
That was going to be my next question, because
You
I'd
heard it here first, folks.
Yep.
Yeah.
I heard a little rumor that y'all were. Is this something you want to drive too, Lindsay? Maybe a mod? Nope. Yeah,
That was quick.
I
Hey,
know.
Nope.
she doesn't let me drive her Mini, so I don't. She's not driving the mod. either.
Absolutely not. It's a his and it's a hers.
Yeah. So I've only drove her tractor one time, and it didn't go over that well.
No.
So, but I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know if we're gonna go build towards a light mod or a big mod unlimited. I have no idea yet. And for motors, all the things, I'm not 110% sure what we're gonna do, but we'll start working on chassis and driveline, all that kind of stuff. We'll start building that ourselves here over the next few months. And
You got a name if you do an unlimited mod? You got a name?
no, that's
Wild card.
that's
Wildcard. Okay.
irrelevant to me. I don't.
So I
I
got
want to change
one.
the midget.
Ah,
I got a quick question. Y'all taking on a lot in this business. Has that affected your pulling this summer some?
Yeah.
As far as, yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
We pulled back a little bit this year. 23 hooks on the Grand National Circuit is a pretty.
There's a lot.
Yeah, that's a big ask. I understand having events. Like, I appreciate people wanting us. Like, it's not that. It's just we can't afford to be away from our jobs that long. And adding Hypermax to our lives this year, we can't do that. We have customers that need their parts too. So it's unfair if we're out and we delay them. So
Yeah. It can be a bit of a balance, and sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. It can be a very frustrating time sometimes because you don't get a break from it, even
Right.
through the week. But it's what we do. So in the end, we just after season's done, you just you kind of take a slight break, and then you're ready to go back at it again.
I'm sure your off season is now is just as busy as your own season. So
We don't really have an off season anymore.
Yeah, yeah. No, we have everything kind of loaded up for fall and winter and all that kind of thing. So as far as work wise goes, so we know what we got coming up.
I think I talked to Lindsay last year at the beginning of the year this year, and they did all their maintenance and they had everything backloaded in the trailer before the new year, all ready to go, because they knew they had every other puller stuff to get ready to go.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, we knew Florida was coming up, and at that time we weren't sure like the whole schedule for the summer, but we knew we had Florida coming up, and if we didn't get our stuff done, between the holidays, it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
So
our stuff gets a bit neglected at times because of working on everybody else's stuff, but
That's part of it.
yeah. So they like going to Bowling Green. Didn't have it, which we were just coming off of another event, but the tractors were both half tore down in the trailer when we showed back up to go to the pool. So part of it.
That's what friends are for. I got one last question here for Lindsay. What meant more to you, winning the Enderley or winning Bowling Green?
Oh God, I'd have to say both.
Well, that's not a pick.
Well,
Again, a lady is never wrong.
see,
You can't have
Stu has got this figured out.
If you want to see, like right above us, this is in the living room.
That's what I figured. I
Yeah.
don't see a Bowling Green picture up there yet. So
not yet. We
Yeah.
got some more wall space to find something.
Jesus.
Nice.
Yeah. It's front and center. So that was from the Enderley last year.
I mean, who doesn't have their tractor in their living room?
You got the Enderley and Toma, Bowling Green, and what's next?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
I think they're being too quiet. They're shaping up for a European tour here in a little
Oh my gosh.
We
If you guys are going to Europe, I'm just going to travel along with you in your luggage. I'm going to get over there.
Deal.
That's
We
my-
actually had
We'll
a
just
group of.
shut Stu in the shipping container and open him back up. And
Oh, there you go. Maybe a fun ride, I'm sure. We'll throw some snacks in there for you.
Yeah, kitty litter and some snacks. That's what I
Yes,
need.
absolutely.
Some cat food. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's
Oh
yeah.
boy.
We actually had a group from the Netherlands tour our shop today. It was really cool. Awesome group of people, about 25 of them. And
Oh, Wait till the end of the show because I got pictures of them at my site later that we're going to put up.
oh, good.
Yeah, they actually gave me wooden shoes and they signed them.
Isn't that cool? Like they are
Yeah.
awesome people. Like
Yeah.
what a great day. It was great to see them. Very unfortunate about
Oh, yeah.
the accident and stuff. So we're definitely thinking about those people. Kind of made for a somber environment this year, but I hope the other ones recover. But it was really great to see them, and we were talking about Mata a lot today, and how equivalent it is to Bowling Green. And they said Bowling Green's awful quiet compared to Mata. I'm like,
Yeah.
sounds like I need to make a trip over there without the tractor.
Yeah. Looks fun.
a little less stressful that way.
Right.
Well, it's nice. We know a lot from pulling over there prior, and working with customers in Europe, even dealing with some of the guys that do the touring and the announcing and all that, and other competitors, obviously in the mini class. It just becomes a big group that you deal with all the time. So yeah, for us, yeah, we would consider doing that again. I've done it before, and I enjoyed it every minute of that, doing that. So, and I think there's a good chance you'll see a lot of them over for next year, I think. So
That's always phenomenal to hear. Well,
And he ran over there in 2012,
13,
14 with his
13, 14.
super.
Yep.
Nice.
with the diesel super.
Mhm.
Well,
Awesome.
once again, congratulations there on a phenomenal weekend.
Thank
We are
you.
going to move on here to Taylor Corson and talk to her a little bit about
And
her
congratulations to
weekend. But
Taylor as well.
We can see her smiling back there.
Right.
With
Right.
the
All right.
the
Thanks,
Lindsay
guys.
Campbell
You take
Brothers.
care.
Well,
See
thank
ya.
you
Thanks.
once
See ya.
again. And best of luck.
We'll see you in
here
Lumberton.
the rest of the year.
All right. Deal.
Good.
There you go, folks. Your ring winner in the mini rod division, Mrs. Lindsay Campbell.
They're
1
pretty
and 2
cool.
in overall standings there in Bowling Green. Talk about a real masterclass between those two.
Yeah.
And they don't like to lose. They like to be. I mean, they're not ones that if something messes up or they have a bad night, they're like, oh well. They're working on their stuff to get it better for the next hook every time. No doubt.
Very much so. We'll talk about something with even smaller tires and another 2 drive wheels. We're going to go to the modified 4-wheel drive class and talk to Taylor Corsa on her great weekend out and her win there at the lovely Bowling Green. Taylor, how's it going?
Doing good. How are you?
Oh, just another night here in the studio. So we talked about it there a little bit at the show. 3 trucks out of the Corsa camp. First of all, what did that take to put that on? How long has that been coming along?
Well, my brother got out of pulling for 2-3 years. Well, 2 years, I guess. He has a wife now, a kid on the way. So we're like, all right, you have to do 1 more year before you're too busy. So then we finally got his truck like all built this year. It was pretty much a last minute decision. Got it built, and he's been running, which was my same chassis I ran last year. I got a new chassis this year. So he got the leftovers. So, but he's been doing really good with it. He's trying to get like more consistent and stuff, but he starts from scratch. So he has to relearn everything. But going good.
So tell us. So you went out there. The first group of you all pulled there Thursday night. How did your hook go there Thursday night?
Thursday night didn't pull in my favor really at all. I was in the middle of the pack, so I had a decent number. But I started out in the middle of the track, which everybody was going middle, and then I ended right in the hole. So I had a lot of momentum going, but then I stopped at the dead end. So I ended 35th place out of, I think, 43 of us. It wasn't a good night, but it was okay. I learned a lot from that night.
So the biggest thing that everyone in the 4-wheel drive truck class is asking right now is what did they go back, stuff the truck back in the trailer, and change for the day session?
Now, you know she can't tell you all those
or the night
secrets now,
session.
Logan. Come on.
Logan.
What's different here? Come on.
We really didn't change much at all other than, I guess, driving style. And plus we're on a different track. So that really made like a really big difference with us. And me and my dad, we had a really big advantage Friday night because we were a late hook and the track got a lot better. My brother, he was not hooked. So he made a really good pass. He was in first place whenever he pulled, but then everybody just kept beating him. So it was a numbers game towards the end. And we knew I had like a really good chance at winning on Friday night, which so did my dad. He had a really good chance. So I think it came down to driving.
With the leftovers, what were you able to learn from his pass to help yours and your dad's pass out?
I think the position on the track mainly, and then gear wise, we knew exactly what gear he had in it, and either we were going to keep it or maybe we can do a little bit better than him. So pretty much it came down to that and see if it got better. We didn't want to bog down our motor at the end, or even just some people just like overspun their tires and they didn't go anywhere. So we didn't want to be like that. So it really came down to a numbers game towards the end.
Your dad right now is in the points lead.
He is.
What is it, and you've been around the sport for pretty much all your life.
Yeah.
Because I'm from North Carolina. I've seen you running Ware Shoals and a bunch of events in North Carolina. But one of the things is, are you kind of following in his footsteps as far as driving style, or are you kind of figuring out what works better for you?
I think just works better for me. All of our trucks are really different.
Oh, okay.
So we set up the truck according to how you drive, not just to make the truck run good. You have to drive it. You have to set it up according to whoever's driving, because all of our throttle is different. All of our clutches are different. Even sometimes all 3 of our trucks, we never run the same gear. So we're all like trying different things. Tire pressure. None of us run the same tire pressure. Everything's different.
So if your dad runs or your brother runs, you kind of have to see their run, but you have to adjust it for your truck.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's all different. Everybody's like, oh, you have which we do have an advantage with running 3 trucks because we get to test out certain things on different trucks. But I don't know. You just kind of figure it out as you go.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
So, I mean, the most four-wheel drive trucks you'll compete against in a given year. Who are you most excited to beat there Friday night?
Oh wow! But I'm very competitive. Mine and my brother, we are neck and neck always. Which I love to beat my dad too. I mean, he's the champion right now. Like he's in the lead. So I'd love. That's a good feeling when you beat the number one guy. But probably my brother. We're always head to head.
So
family rivals.
Mhm.
I'm just curious, what's different in your driving style versus them? Like, what makes yours unique?
I don't know, like, if you can really tell, like, on the outside of the truck, like, that point of view, but I'm a very calm driver. I really don't get in my head too much. They think about it constantly. I think,
Okay.
yeah, so they're constantly thinking, like, oh, I need to be on this position at this time. I need to look at this RPM for this. I mean, I get a sense for the truck, and I just go with my gut. I don't think about it too much, because if I start thinking too much, then I end up messing up pretty hard. But I guess that's pretty much it.
I mean, do you come out of the hole quicker, or do you come out of the hole slower and then hit more of the throttle mid-track? I mean, what is your philosophy?
I think my
you might
dad-
as well ask what their gear ratio is, Stu.
No, I'm not asking technical stuff. Hey, you want me to start talking about French fries again, Bert? I'll talk about French fries. I'm trying to get a little bit more technical here.
You might as well ask her what the best food vendor was.
I can say a little bit more, but then my dad's going to come on here and get mad at me in a minute. But
Oh, hey, a lady's never wrong. That's the theme of tonight. A lady is never wrong.
I would say my dad is definitely more aggressive than me and my brother are, but
Okay.
I'm starting to be more aggressive in the very beginning,
Okay.
which has helped me in the end, because it helped me at Chapel Hill, definitely, because I feel like the first, I don't know, 30, 40 feet at Chapel Hill was like the most important. Bowling Green depends on the track. Yeah, usually depends on the track, but
So I have another kind of a technical question, Stu. The shutter in the front end, what is that? Just changes that y'all are making and trying to work that out, or?
the one that I had at Bowling Green is just because I hit the soft spot in the track, because nobody else, we never changed anything. We left it
Okay.
because I knew I just hit the hole. I felt my truck like sink down in the dirt at the very end, and I was like, oh no, like
And
I
it
didn't go
just-
nowhere.
Okay.
Mhm.
I was just kind of curious.
And loose. So it was, yep, that was it.
That between the modified four-wheel drives and the diesel four-wheel drives, that's something that, I mean, being a mini rod guy, it takes skill to drive a mini rod, but it takes a completely different skill set to drive a four-wheel drive truck.
It's
And
definitely different because you see us poking the track, and we're the only people that poke the track. I feel like anybody else just is not focused on that.
like it's truly something where, yeah, the minis will get upset, they'll get the bucking, but you look at how hard some of these four-wheel drive trucks will get the bouncing going down the track, and it's just wild.
Yeah. Definitely want to keep all four tires on the ground, but sometimes you'll have a little stutter every once in a while, and you'll have some tires come off and you'll break something.
Well, and you think about the whole thing about a four-wheel drive compared to, say, a mini rod or a modified. And we talk about it in the Carolinas, especially with the type of tracks we have. It's either a big tire track or a small tire track. Saluda has always been kind of more of a small tire track in the past, and so the four-wheel drives and the two-wheel drives can get hooked into that, and they can put all the power they want to the ground. But then they go to some of these sandier tracks in a four-wheel drive. You got to drive it totally different. And I think that footprint, having such a small footprint, makes that big difference where it's not just gag it wide open and go.
Completely.
It truly special. So that's enough about your past Thursday night. When did you know Friday night that you were on a great hook there? I mean,
Oh gosh. I would probably have to say the first 40 feet. I knew I had so much momentum going and like speed that I knew it was gonna like carry me on. But I mean, it's hard to say. Even after I pulled and I was in the lead at that point, I knew there was still some heavy hitters coming up behind me. So I knew it was not guaranteed, but I'm glad I pulled out in the end.
So and then you're joined by the rest of your family there in the winner's circle. Is there anything you wish you could have said differently? I mean, were you wanting to smack talk some fellow competitors there a little bit more in the winner's circle? Or
I don't think so. No, I'm still in shock that I even like pulled it off completely. It was an unbelievable night. I had my chassis builder there. He was in the winter circle with me. I had my engine builder. He was there with me. The whole family. Couldn't do anything without them. They've given me everything. Even my brother was finally here for my win because he wasn't there at Chapel Hill when I got my very first win. So it meant a lot for him to be there.
Was when you went to the winter circle, was that like Christmas morning?
Is this your second?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes to both.
Okay.
So and bring this up, and I know drivers hit high spots and low spots. You getting that win in Chapel Hill, did that kind of free you up a little bit, like make you feel a little bit, like, all right, I can do this shit. Let's go.
Yeah, it definitely helped because I feel like I was just in the middle of the pack, maybe towards the end every once in a while. Like I was being consistent, but there was nothing like just keeping me up there. In Chapel Hill, it really solidified some things for me. Just like I knew that I finally set my truck up correctly. I knew like I finally needed to drive this certain way. So it definitely helped. So hopefully this momentum will keep carrying on and on.
So where are you off to next? Where are you rounding out the rest of your season?
Wauseon, Ohio will be our next one. It's only a one-night hook though. So you don't get to learn much from there. It's one shot wonder and that's it. And then hopefully if I'm still in the top 5, we'll go to Enderley or Mitas pull off.
Okay, well, listen, I'm gonna go to Wauseon, and I gotta let you know this. So, Bert, don't yell at me.
Okay.
When you get off the turnpike there at 108, there's a really good restaurant right off the exit called the Blue Ribbon Diner.
I've been there. It's
Amazing. Yeah, amazing.
It's the only place to eat just about in Wauseon.
Yeah, but it's the best. It's the best.
You know what, Stu? Next season, me and you, we're gonna just ride pole to pole. I got to keep my schoolgirl figure intact.
Okay.
So we're gonna ride together. And you're going to run a video camera for me. How about that?
I will do that. Just make sure we call the Rascal Company to get me a powered wheelchair because I'm not going to be doing much walking.
Do you need one of those that like stands you up too? Would that help a little bit?
Yeah, I actually realized this the other day. I don't mean to interrupt real quick, but I realized when I was at the shower trailer in Bowling Green in one of the mornings, I'm of that age and that physical, I should say, inability now that I need a shower bar to hold me up in the shower and to grab. I'm at that point now in my life.
Stu,
you
okay.
hear these old farts talking right now?
Stu, come on, man.
I'm just saying, like, I'm physically to that point where I need that shower bar to hold me up.
So, Taylor, after you finish the Grand National season, are you planning to do any more runs anywhere else? Or are you just going to kind of end it there? It just kind of depends on what you're feeling like.
If I end on a good note, we might just end on a good note, but we'll see. I mean, there might be some local pools and stuff. Like there's maybe some South Georgia stuff I may go to, but we'll see. I know my brother's motor has to get taken out and needs a refresh, so we'll see. We'll see if it comes up.
So one thing I've always wondered about the Corsa family is if we'd ever see you take your vast knowledge from the gas 4-wheel drive trucks and bring it over into the diesel world. Is there any chance we'd see you in a super stock diesel truck?
I don't think so. That's a completely different world. And I'm very comfortable with like the truck I'm driving right now. I don't think I'd want to change. My brother not. My brother's changed. He drove a 2-wheel drive before, and now he's back to 4-wheel drive. He's wanted a Mini before, but I don't know.
Logan can hook you up.
We'll stick him in a Mini. I'm not scared. We'll put him there, and we'll make it happen.
Oh, Lord.
Because that
why would you want to stop a good thing if she's doing this well in a 4-wheel drive? Why do you want to change your gears? I mean,
because you can do just as good in a diesel truck. Why not do good in everything?
Maybe, I don't know. It's completely different. I mean, our rims are light. It's a completely different setup.
It's a different world.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's once again phenomenal. Mm-hmm. So, what else are some other memorable things that you had go on this weekend at Bowling Green?
One thing I know that really kept me up after Thursday night, I was going into Bowling Green. I was in the 3rd position in points. And then after Thursday, I got dropped down to 6th. And that's when I was like, oh, I need to pick up the pace a little bit to get back into the top 5. And then finally I pulled it off on Friday. So I was able to sleep better on Friday night, we'll say.
Yeah, you're in 3rd right now. You're behind Simply Red.
I am.
Yep.
Yeah, by 9 points.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, there you got the American-made.
Yeah, I can't catch him, sadly, but I tried.
He is. That truck has been on a rail all
Yeah.
season long, no
He's
doubt.
been running really good with it, very consistent. So he pretty much carried over from last season because last year I was leading up until Wasion. That's when he passed me in points. Then he was going in Italy. He was first. I was second, and then so on. And then Enderley, I had a bad spark plug go out, and then I dropped down to 5th place, which I was tied with 3rd, 4th, and 5th. But since I had no wins last year or second places, they both beat the tiebreaker on me, which is fun.
Wow.
I was super satisfied with 5th place. I've never done that good in Grand National ever. So.
You couldn't go to your dad and be like, Dad, please just come on, man.
Yeah.
Just let me go. Okay, don't do this to me.
We're very competitive, like I said. So he was not about to just stand back and just like give me the win.
Right.
I don't know if he'd roll out of it a couple feet early or not.
No, he
Nah.
definitely wouldn't. No.
Man, oh man, what a weekend in Bowling Green. Do you have any goals for next season? Is there anything you want to maybe do different or do better this year than you did this year?
Maybe.
Be right back.
We'll see. The ring has always been the number one thing in my heart, but I'll take one step at a time. I'll win one night, and then hopefully next year I can still improve. But
Well, you get the Super Bowl of the South, you get the Bowling Green ring. There's only 2 things left: the Enderley and a championship.
yeah, well, I never got the Bowling Green ring, so yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So you got close. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
right.
close.
That was my next question: is what's next?
Hopefully, guys got in the way.
I would say the ring is for sure like next on my list. Obviously a championship. Like I want that so bad. I almost got it last year, but this year I can't get it sadly. Hopefully I can get Rob, but Rob's an amazing puller. He's been very consistent with the last 2 pulls or the last 2. All season he's been very good. So I don't know if I'll catch him, but hopefully I can at least like keep my position at the end.
It would take a lot for somebody like Rob to lose it. So it would take.
Oh my gosh,
it would take something. It would take something catastrophic.
Yeah.
In order for that to happen, but
Yeah.
and we hope
Hopefully.
that didn't happen.
Yeah, hopefully I can just keep my 3rd place position and we can just end the season, just let it be rainouts or something.
So then, what's that shape up for next year? Do we play whatever you want to call it, hot potato, or shuffle the whole trucks around again and get in a new truck for the 2027 year?
Not me. I think mine's new up until I got a new motor, I got a new chassis, I got new tires. Everything's new except for the body, and I want to keep my whole setup. I'm already like getting finally used to it and everything. So we're definitely going to keep mine. My dad's, we're never going to get to touch my dad's. So that one's definitely going to which so will my brother. That's our original chassis that my dad drove a while back. It used to be called Bulletproof.
Right.
And that one's meant like a lot to our family. It's pretty much stuck. So, and we love the body on it. We finally found like a really good one. So it's definitely stuck. Everybody comes up to us in the pits. They love his body way more than ours. So we're like, that one's definitely going to stay with our family.
Well, it's vintage.
That is phenomenal. So, Stu or Chris, do you got anything else for Miss Taylor?
I'm just happy to death for her. Like, it's just, like you said, when you went to the ring just to get the ring over there and a good stand in front of all those thousands of people just had to be one of those life-changing moments. I mean, I'm just so happy for you get to experience that.
Yeah, it was super exciting. I still just look back at all the pictures and everything. Could not believe that was me standing in that winner circle. Because last year I never made it. I got the Hot Shot Secrets Challenge. So that was like incredible. But and this year I thankfully got it again. So I was super happy. All the fans just cheered me on. It was incredible.
Well, no doubt, I'm sure people are following your Facebook page and they've learned who you are when you go out there and take a win in BG. There's no doubt you are now in the record books, so they're going to be keeping a little bit more of an eye on you now. I think I have a feeling, but your dad might have to watch out if you keep making runs like that.
I know. Got to keep my toes a little bit.
That is hilarious.
Very cool.
Well, Taylor, that's all I've got. If any of the other boys want to chirp in before we let you go and get on to continuously celebrating your weekend here. I know you probably haven't came down off the high quite yet.
Not yet. I don't know if I ever will, to be honest.
That's
Live
great.
the dream.
And the
Live
stuff was
the
over
dream.
there going, oh yeah.
That's awesome. Well, once again, congratulations there, Taylor, and best of luck to you the rest of the year.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining us. Wow, that was a star-studded, no doubt, show here tonight.
No kidding. Talk about some girl power going out there and showing the guys what's up.
I'm telling you, the phrase for this show this week: "A lady is never wrong."
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got two ladies that were right, but all weekend long. So it's the action this weekend. And I hope my boss isn't watching, which he probably is. I was listening to the Friday afternoon show while I was at work. And one of the things I noticed, it seemed to be a lot more carnage this year than in the past. Or my phrase I use when I'm announcing is a Waffle House, a scattered, smothered, and covered. People were really letting it go.
Oh, now he's going to talk about food, and it's okay. I talk about food, and I shouldn't be on the show, but he talks about food, and everything's fine. All right, I see the double standard here.
At least it's Waffle House and not the Dairy Queen.
Okay, that's true. Let me ask you a question though, Bert. You're a good technical guy. Would it be because the track was really dry, obviously, or drier Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday with the double rainstorm that we had? And then, do that make any difference of why we have more breakage?
You can obviously, if it's a drier track, the RPMs are going to climb a little bit. But the pullers you had there this weekend, I mean, this is somebody's going to take this wrong. Even your Region 2 and your Region 4 and your smaller region and your not Grand National guys, they're all good track readers, along with the Grand National guys. So, and gals, I'm sorry. Keep me straight, Stu. I think really it was just people were pushing it that hard because everybody wants that BG ring.
Yeah.
I mean, they do. I mean, I just wanted to pull there one time. We were that close to taking the turbine, even though I knew I was.
Oh, that would have been cool.
I knew I was going to get my ass waxed by about 150 feet. We still had thought about taking it. And that was just because of the history of Gary Mills. I don't know if you know who that guy is.
I apologize. I do not know.
Well, he was the one that owned the one to go, but he took it to Bowling Green. I don't know how many years. And, but that was kind of my thing was to just go run it one time. So
yeah,
I really just think it was more of just luck of the draw and people were just pushing it that hard. I mean, you heard modifieds, and I mean, they were flat out screaming.
Yeah.
Saturday night. There was no load. Like, normally with mods, you hear that engine load a little bit.
Yeah.
There was no engine load. I did not hear it anywhere on Saturday night.
I agree. As pullers, do you guys want to pull, even if you don't finish in the top three? Do you guys just want to experience that as pullers in any class, having 10 to 15,000 people on your left and 10 to 15,000 on your right? Like, you just want to experience that even if you don't do well just once?
Oh yeah. That's me. Is somebody that was kind of always my dream was to like pull at Bowling Green or pull at some big shows. And back when Saluda was the Grand National, I got lucky enough we took the mod down there because we were nuts and ran it just for the fun of it. And because, it's just an opportunity. And I think that's where a lot of pullers, that's why they go up there. It's an opportunity to like show what they got in front of everybody.
Yeah.
And you look at how some of those people turned out. I mean, how they showed up in the list.
Yeah.
I mean, they were in the top 10 and even if you show up in the top 20 in Bowling Green with 52 mini rods,
you're good.
You're doing a hell of a job. So,
yeah.
Well, did you see Ken Miller taking an engine off and pulling in the light mods?
I saw that.
Yeah.
That was all. I was just like, what? Who was that? That was unbelievable.
I have never seen that tractor running. No, I've never seen that tractor without three engines. I've never in my life, because he used to come down and run Region 4, some in the spring in the State Fair and a couple other hooks.
Right.
And I've never seen that tractor with
any less than 3 on it.
Yeah.
Hey, Logan.
Ohio.
Logan, you know how your mini's got that tornado on it?
Yeah.
So if you guys were ever going to do like a mod or an unlimited mod, so if you're ever familiar, I'll give him a shout out, with Ryan Hall that does the weather.
Yeah.
They have what's called a PDS tornado. Maybe you guys do PDS or something on your unlimited or your mod.
We've been talking about what we're doing over these next couple bits. I mean, of course, Chris has a picture of one that we're going to get to here in a little bit, but we do have 3 mods on the grounds here.
Okay.
So the things are infinite. The different combinations that we have.
I'm old. I think of just, those movies and the things like I watch. And I thought with the tornado, there's so many different ideas. The ant from the movie Twister, that lived in Wakita. You could put that on the side and her little artwork that was in the yard, and that'd be pretty cool.
We have pretty close to enough stuff here. If we rob Peter to pay Paul, we could put together a nice four engine, not unlimited, but a nice 4-engine mod.
Yeah. Nice.
That's a Grand National 4-engine mod, not an Outlaw 7,400 pound mod. But that's a lot of work for a college kid. So
quit college. You can always come back to it.
He's got to make money to pay for his tractor pulling habit. Have you not figured this out yet?
I know. I was thinking of ideas. We were going off on a tangent.
Very much so. I think we do need to get to some killing time with Chris before
let's get to killing time.
It's an hour and a half already. So let's jump right into it with a little bit of killing time with Chris. Chris, the floor is yours.
Yeah, we got one thing that Bowling Green, one thing that it means to me, and we're realizing that it's the next year is our 60th, and they're supposed to have 6 sessions next year.
Yep, I heard double Thursday, double Friday, double Saturday. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I love it.
They don't want to do Sunday at double. They want to do 2 Thursday, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday.
One of the coolest things at BG is the Rusty Tailgate, and we're gonna. I guess it's Ladies' Night theme because it kind of rolled into it. Everybody was going gaga over seeing Dave Banner and oh my goodness, I'm
Enderley or not Enderley, Engler.
That's what I have my brain. Mission Impossible, man.
Yep, Tim Engler.
Tim Engler. Yeah. I had to, those two together. But there was another famous mod guy that was there with his wife that is a Hall of Famer. And he probably is more of an unsung hero, but he's an Ohio guy, which is I like to see him out there. The Archer family was there. Dave Archer and Arlene Archer were there. There's Dan talking to Dave, and I was privileged enough to know Dave and Arlene and their daughter Kathy, since they were from Marietta, Ohio. I saw them a lot. Those are one of my go-tos to, if I had questions about modified tractors or some of their history, because he's been pulling since 1980. Wow. He was pulling all the way up into the 90s, but he was kind of I guess you call him a late bloomer in getting into the really heavy duty stuff, because it took him a good 12 years before he was pulling farm stocks. But they were Alice Chalmers guys back in the day that I found out, and of course I love my Alice Chalmers too. But last year I got to go up to the NTPA headquarters to go to the Hall of Fame inductions, and who did I find there? But there's my second picture probably is Dave Archer and his wife Arlene. I sat right across from them, sat between them and this lady named Dusty Arfons, which was
wow.
That's cool.
Holy cow.
Exactly, same thing. She was just to my right. And the coolest thing was saying,
About as good as it gets there.
I looked up and I'm like, well, okay, I said, Dusty's in the hallway. And he looks up at me and he goes, I need to talk to her because they're building, the Arfonses are building a museum with all of their stuff in Akron. And he's going to do some restoration work for her with the Dragon Lady.
Wow.
And I was over the moon. I was just like, oh, that's going to be the greatest thing ever. But apparently they've worked together before, being Ohio people. But Dave, Dave is an amazing guy, and he's amazing that he's still around. A couple years ago, he actually had a double lung transplant. So It's amazing that he's alive. But he's not one of those guys that'll sit still doing anything. He's got to be up, got to be doing, and he's always been on the cutting edge of things. He started out, I've got my notes here. In 1992, or 91, he started an OSTPA. He was like, what do I need to do? I'll just jump into the modified class. Let's just start there. So he ran 5,800. At the time, they had 1,500 mod and 7,200 mod. But yeah, that was Dave Marietta, Ohio, born in 1944. So he's getting up there, but still, he was did a lot of great things. By 91, he was modified rookie of the year. 92, he was already Polar of the year, because in 92, he run the 5,800 mod class, and that was against some pretty heavy hitters in Ohio at the time. You had the Petros, you had Joe Stocks, you had a lot of really, really heavy duty people that were going against him. And that was what it looked like the first year with 3 engines on it. And then he went to 4 almost immediately.
Yeah, him and Tim Engler showed up in Pine Tops in 1993, and he had that set up when he showed up there. And of course, I've grown up in tractor pulling, and you hear about him coming up, and he had already made this many waves in tractor pulling, and he shows up in my little podunk town or hometown here in Pine Tops, and you're like, holy crap, what did we do to bring these guys here? But and he's when I remember in the pits talking to him, and that's the cool thing about it. He's a very approachable guy.
Incredibly approachable.
Yeah, he doesn't. He never acted, because I saw him a couple other times. He never acted like he was higher than thou or the almighty. He was a down to earth guy. He talked to you for 20 minutes. And
he would just do stuff. We like putting stuff together, and but when you look at some of the things he's done since then, or when he progressed, I know there was a certain time that he got burnt out on it, but he had success so quickly. Him 92 and 93, and then automatically he was a 1995 MTPA Rookie of the Year in 72 mods. But then he kind of he hit a wall, and you could tell if you look at some of there's some more color pictures, I guess, of that same tractor. Not that one. That one's later. But there was a couple like that one. What's different about that 4-engine mod? Look at the intakes on that thing. It's got hats running over top of the front two to get fresh air into them. He was always doing stuff like that.
Yeah, and one of the things back then, especially on these day tracks, and I think that's something he talked about in some interview I saw. Part of that was because when the mods spin out, they throw all that dirt forward, and he was trying to keep all that dirt, because as a mini rod guy, the same thing back in the day. Nobody had the full closed fenders, and so it would sling it over, and you go tear your motor apart, and there'd be literal mud.
Full of dirt.
Yeah, full of dirt and mud, and it was nasty. But yeah, you're right.
Goodness,
that's wild. Dave's always been one of those guys. I got Ken Vinny this year. to be able to meet Dave one of these years, that's going to be pretty darn cool.
And he tried something with a Duramax block at some point. And I can't remember what year that was. That was in the early 2000s, I think. I think it was with a Duramax block. It was something different. And he tried some stuff with that. And then Kathy just kind of came up, and Kathy took it by storm. When she got in there, she was a tough cookie.
Very much so. Did we lose Chris? Did Chris?
Chris is frozen. Is
Chris
Chris
froze?
frozen?
To the wind, disappeared. He'll be back here in a couple minutes.
He had
the
internet
little
issues the other
notepad
day. I
out.
wonder if it must be internet or something.
Think a little bit harder about what was going on there. We can roll through a couple of Stu's pictures here in the meantime.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Why, Stu?
Okay. So that's our lounge. That's the corner, Parade Alley. That picture was taken, I believe, Friday. Yeah, that was Friday. Obviously, I don't know what time, but if you can see, it's backed up. So that'd be looking east because I'm on the west end. That's looking east all the way down. And it was backed up. I'm telling you guys, it was backed up. Everybody's coming from the night session. They didn't get back till like right at around midnight or so. That was backed up till over 4 a.m. 4 straight hours. Backed up to my corner and around the edges. And we had people just left and right. Hey, you want to just jump off your rig, try my Infinity Blend whiskey. Those are some of the guys from Holland of the Netherlands. Just the best people in the world. I mean, they told me they wanted to get me to go over there. I got to talk to Jason about that, see if we can figure that out, and the expenses and all that. But they want me to get over there so bad, and I want to go over there so bad. I may not even come home. I mean, these guys were so hospitable to me. Like, they're just so nice and friendly. Like, they were amazed that I was giving them beer out of my coolers, right, and whiskey and Jello shots. Obviously, Preston from Illinois. Big shout out to Preston. He saved me this week because I ran out of my 50 like the first day. But like, they were amazed that I would not take money for anything. I'm like, guys, I'm not doing that. I'm just giving you so you have a good time. I was like, sign the camper. They love signing the camper. Take pictures of themselves sign it. They thought the inside was insane, which it is. I didn't have any inside pictures, but because that's a 15-year-old's nightmare inside. It's just tractor pull stickers everywhere. But those guys are some of the nicest guys in the world, and they were just all they want to do is just experience it. Because the difference that they told me between Mata and Bowling Green is, yes, on the track, Mata, from what they're telling me, has more energy. They're playing more music, they're running around, this and that. But their campground isn't anything like BG's. They are telling me that their campground is very subdued. You can't drive around with a beer or any alcohol. You have to stay on your site. You just kind of sit around a campfire, and you can play games or whatever, but you can't like drive around like you did in the Bowling Green camper, right? Like, they don't have custom rides everywhere like Bowling Green does. Like my buddy Mike, I mean, they literally got there Tuesday and they just finished putting a pontoon boat full size on a Chevy Colorado. It could seat like 20 people.
I saw that. I think
Yeah.
in the other podcast, those guys.
Yeah.
They had Adam Kester was going around talking to people.
It's absolutely fantastic. So those guys are some of the nicest people in the world. And then there was a second group that actually came and gave me the shirt that I'm wearing here. It's a championship soccer shirt from Holland. I want to say he said it was early 90s, late 80s. I'm wearing this shirt tonight in their honor, and of course the honor of those who passed. But they are like the nicest people in the world. They gave me some wooden shoes. I actually can put them on. Like, I'm a 12 triple E wide, and they actually go in like I can actually wear them and walk on them, which I did a little bit. But then they signed them. So like, that was the nicest thing in the world. Like, I didn't expect anything like that. It was an honor for those guys to give me a pair of those. And they just loved it. They just loved being there and exciting. And matter of fact, we gave one of the guys the American flag, and he said, yeah, I wish I had an American flag to take home and fly. And I said, dude, here, you promised to bring us a flag from the Netherlands next year. We're going to give you this as an exchange. Matter of fact, my Parade Alley Lounge flag for 2026 from last year, which is kind of similar to this photo, I made it into a flag and I hung it up my canopy, the whole lounge all week long. And I actually gave it to my friend Stin, I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly, part of the group, but I gave it to him in honor. And I said, you take this home and you fly this in honor of you guys coming here to Bowling Green, because the picture was from last year when they came. And I was almost in tears because like it's such a cool thing that I can give to them that they're really going to love and they appreciate. So yeah, it's like it's just hard to describe the high that you have emotionally and physically. That's how like all week long I didn't sleep. When I say I went into my truck at like 5:30, it's because I knew my body, I was literally going to fall over. So I had to have an hour or so just to be in the air conditioning in my truck, get off my feet. Then I can recharge at 6:30 when the sun comes up, go get a shower at the shower trailer, get a cinnamon bun, whatever, breakfast bowl, and then go right back to, hey, here's my Powerade, clean up the area a little bit, get the beer pong cups ready, fresh water, and go back to it. But like it's such a high. It's just amazing. But anyways, Chris back. There we go.
Chris is back.
He's back.
It ran out of power. My phone ran out of power.
So killing time killed your
I
battery.
wasn't checking on it. I hate it when that happens.
I'm trying to figure out who has the echo here.
I wouldn't be surprised. We got a lot of ambient going on around me out here.
I think it is Chris, but as long as Chris talks, I think we're going to be okay. So, Chris, continue on with your stories throughout the years.
Right. The where when I left off.
We're talking about the intake system on the Chargers.
Right. He had interesting intakes, like exactly like those. Just something out of the box that you just went, what is he doing? But he was always like that. And not very long after that, after he got really hot and heavy into it, daughter, her own tractor. There's one, what was it called? The Wagon Master. There's a 4-engine, not that one. that one's that'll be the next slide.
Yeah, there you
go. He just let her go in with both feet. That was actually the older design tractor. Called it the Wagon Master, and had his teenage daughter, Kathy, jump on that thing. So, and she did really, really well as well. But what happened next is because they were trying to do everything they could with Chevrolet Motors. And I don't think Dave wanted to go any further with different ones. He didn't want to do Hemis. He didn't want to, go with the big heads since he had 2 vehicles now. So he decided to build the other tractor, the fuzzier one. He built a tractor called the Trailblazer. And if you ask Dave about the Trailblazer, he'll deny that he ever owned it.
Yep,
it had 4 of them on it, and they were turbocharged. Can you imagine trying to get 4 turbocharged big blocks functioning correctly on a mod? Obviously, calling it the Trailblazer was pretty trailblazing. But thing never ran right. It just never could get a handle on it, and it burned him out, to be honest. So he took a step back and he just said, "We're done for a while." So not very long after that, Kathy was starting to get older, and she was like, "Well, if we can't run mods, why don't you just buy Mom and I some 2-wheel drives and we'll go pulling?" Okay. Well, so Dad wasn't doing it, but Mom Arlene, if that body style looks familiar, that is actually they sold both of the chassis that they had later on to Chad Taylor, the president of OSTPA. That truck, which was the wagon train at the time, they called them the Wildfire and the Pioneer. The wife had the Pioneer, and this was, I think it was when Kathy went off to college, because that was almost towards the end of when they had those two. But both those chassis have been OSTPA champions for a little while. Actually, Arlene won with that truck. where was it? She won at Brandenburg in it, but that was 2008, so substantially later. But then, of course, after Kathy got back, there's the Pioneer, and you can see it actually had a Willys body on it later. Or at first it was called Wildfire, but you had the Pioneer, and both those chassis became the Blue Knight and the Night Delivery in OSTPA, and they're still hooking now. But I know Chad's already moved on. He bought Dick McPherson's old truck, and that is the current Blue Knight, which I think he was kind of dumb to do because he was doing really well with both of them. But with Sassy Power. But both those chassis are still out there pulling and hooking and doing what they're supposed to be doing. But those were, yeah. But
so
after Kathy got done with college, she got bored again. She was like, "Dad, I want a mod."
But before we get to this, Chris, how many surviving vehicles out of the Archer stable are left?
How many are left? Those two are left. There's one sitting in Kansas right now. I'm not sure where the first Pioneer went with the two side saddle, which became the Wagon Master. I'm not sure where that one actually went, because there was a lot of tractors that were similar. Yeah, that were like that had the two in front, and then you had them side saddle. That you could actually put 5 on that tractor.
Yep.
With that design, but that when they started putting them side by side in the front, I don't know, everybody just went away from it for some reason.
Because whenever we ended up there with the mod that we got there from Carl Bilski, which was the original in the final Carhartt mod of Bruce Hutchinson's, that's the exact same setup.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I think the Macon Bacon was almost always that setup. So, but it was not very long after that. I think when Rod and Knox built theirs with 4 side by side, that kind of changed the ball, kind of moved the ballpark a little bit as well, and everybody kind of followed suit because they built one, and then Bruce Slough built one that was similar, and it just upset everybody.
Well, one of the downsides of having that set up is you see those front 2 engines are crank to crank.
Yep.
And so if one engine died 99 out of 100 times, it's going to kill the other.
Yep.
Because it can't tote the gear. It's too much load on it. It's going to shut it off. Or either break something else in the process.
Or the bigger pain in the butt, it's not really one motor killing the other, but when the middle motor breaks the blower belt, that is where the pain is.
Yep.
To take that front one all apart.
But anyway, next chapter, Dad's finally said, "Yeah, I'm okay with that." So they built this tractor. This is the Black Widow.
Oh.
It was Kathy's tractor, and it I believe my brother and I saw this on a maiden voyage. When you were talking about a big modified coming down to a small hook, this tractor came to the Perry County Fair in Ohio, and they barely have single engine modifieds at that track ever. And you might have one, something with a blower on it, maybe every once in a while, but a 5-engine fully blown mod or unlimited came down and did a test hook with that tractor at Perry County. Talking about firing some people up. There's babies that were crying and all kind of stuff. It was epic, is what it was. So I got to talk to him there, and I'm like, "You guys are back," and he goes, "Yes, we are." But this is Kathy's tractor. This isn't mine. So, but of course, Kathy Archer Schalitz, which she married a mod guy. There was Shane Schalitz. Their family had a mod called One Mean Frog back in the day at OSTPA. So, kindred spirits, which is awesome. And yeah, Kathy she's in it to win it. She's was full bore just as much as her dad. So when she got that tractor and they finally got the bugs worked out of it, it was Katie bar the door. She, later on, by 2011, which is just a couple years later, she won Grand National. She won the unlimited class in the Grand National circuit with the Black Widow. So, and it was amazing. The funny thing about this picture is there was a video of it, and I probably could have, but I knew we were going to have a big show tonight. But that's Dad on the left-hand side, and this is actually at Ahoy over in Europe. And Arlene, the wife, she's on the wrench there starting up the second motor.
That is awesome.
Isn't that awesome? I mean, that's my family right there. That's just, that's amazing. And she's in it to win it too. So they're all just, that's what they do.
Right. Yep, that's the video.
But of course, did you find it?
I found the video.
There's a picture of it. They're just starting it up over there, and the whole tractor's just, you could see it just flexing that chassis, and it's awesome to see.
Was it at Bowling Green that she had the big flame show? Like one of the lines came off, or one of the tanks exploded, or something. It was like something. I can't remember where that was. It may have been Bowling Green.
That's possible.
There was.
I know. Dave had some issues. Him and the Enderly never really got along very well. I know he had issues back when it was at Fort Recovery. But later on, then Kathy decided with her new husband, they decided it was time for family. So she stepped away from it for a minute. And the next year, that same tractor showed up, but it had Pioneer fenders on it. And I was like, wait a minute, you didn't build a new tractor, did you? And he goes, nah, the Black Widow ones are hanging in the barn. We just put the fenders interchange. So that became his tractor for a couple of years after that. So, and he did pretty good, but not as well as Kathy did. So, but then, of course, not very long after that, he ended up having health issues, and that's why they ended up, parting everything out. And he had a double lung transplant, which just blows me away. Wow. The man's just amazing. But here we go again. There's another picture of another vehicle that they have. It's an orange one. He was in recovery. He had to be in recovery for 6 weeks. It's an Alice Chalmers tractor, if you can find it. It's probably near the end.
Was that the one where they set the ground record or the?
Yeah. He decided he was going to go land speed record holding. And he wanted Kathy to drive it. So he built a D17 tractor to see if he could eclipse the land speed record mile per hour in a farm tractor. And they ended up doing it with 108 miles an hour.
Is it a D17 or D19?
Or D19. I know it had a Buddha motor in it, and it wasn't stock by any stretch, and it had smaller tires on the back side of it. But there was I know I put the pictures in there, but
it wasn't loaded in. But
there
here
it is.
it is.
There it is. Yeah, and that is their catch vehicle from before, but you can see it's got the smaller tires on it. But that is same motor that actually that was the same tractor that he pulled back in the day. And he was like, I need something to do to keep myself busy. So he went ahead, they built it, and then he said, well, Kathy, she's gonna drive it. And the side shields on the rear tires actually says there is life after 14,000 horsepower, which is pretty epic. So, but they succeeded again.
That's crazy.
Just a great, one of the greatest families ever, and he's a Hall of Famer. 2019, he went into the NTPA Hall of Fame. So, and the Black Widow / Pioneer. That was my latest picture of it. I'm sure Logan has some better ones.
That was the latest that I had from just a couple weeks ago.
Yep, there she is.
I love the upright catchers.
Oh, me too. I wish more people than just the.
If you look up there at the very top bar of the cage there, it still has the NTPA cage certification sticker on it.
There you go.
From whenever they had it.
When Dave never did anything halfway. I mean, everything that he built was top notch.
I mean, you look at this tractor and you look at, I know everyone here is on small screens, but you look at all the holes in the whole.
Yeah, you see all the holes in the back of the seat. Yeah.
They have that tractor as light as humanly possible to be able to make weight with 5 Chevys.
Yeah, that was a tweaked modern machine chassis, I believe, at the time. One of the first ones that was, post banner.
That's awesome.
Good stuff.
Phenomenal. So somewhere in the middle of these pictures, jumping back over to Stu's point of view, what is this?
That was a challenge. I have to do a one mini bike ride every year now. That's my buddy Matt from over by Mansfield. He's across from me on the corner, and he's a party animal. He's the best. But anyway, he brought his mini bike, and last year I rode it with the giant corn dog with a cutoff crop top shirt and a cowboy hat. And this year I was told that I had to wear it with that, I don't know what you call it, a fisherman's vest. So it only goes halfway down your chest, no sleeves, got all the pockets for everything. And then my Andy gave me, Big Andy, he gave me a construction hard hat he got from work and put a bunch of weird stickers on it. And that's actually a video. I just did a screenshot from the video. I thought the video would not be good for our family-friendly audience tonight. So, because you can see more skin that you probably should. So I just wanted to do a screenshot and show you guys that. That was Saturday afternoon after the thunderstorms and stuff. So yeah, I thought you guys would enjoy that picture.
Well, thank you, Chris, for the lovely history lesson. And we'll spin this last. I'm going to give you 5 more minutes here as we're already almost over 2 hours.
Oh, yeah, I got you. I'll make it fast.
I apologize that my phone it's a new phone.
It's fine.
And,
there's some of our friends that come in. They're at a different campsite than us. They're really good people. That was just before the second storm. You can see the clouds in the background. We try to get in a little photo here before the second storm front came in. So that's looking straight at the camper. You guys can see the flags that are hanging out there. Everybody asked me where's your campsite. I said, just go to the end of Parade Alley. You'll see the camper with the flagpole sticking off of them. So that was a good picture. So
that was for the Highland National.
Yeah, that's just another picture taken from Matt's side across from mine. Again, we have the whole corner looking down, looking east along Parade Alley.
It was a parking lot out there for 4 hours straight, you say?
Yeah, on Friday night it went from a little after midnight to like 4:30. Now, that's just the parking lot where it gets back up. People, once the parking lot stops, then it's just movement, and then it goes till sunrise. That's the front of the camper. I posted this on our Parade Alley Lounge official Facebook site. I wanted everybody to see where their signatures were, and I thank everybody. The Chaotic Pulling Team, I met John and them. They came out. I met the Theobalds. I met some of the Fleishners. There was a bunch of different people I met that came out. Rich from Schaefer NTPA came out a couple times. He signed it. I got a video with the Cowtails people. They did a little media thing. I guess it's going to be coming up here on their social media. So many people signed the camper. I forget how many people signed it, but I just want to thank everybody because we're going to just keep bringing it back every year until we get the whole thing signed. And then we're going to try and donate to somebody that if the NCPA builds a brick and mortar museum as a campground experience exhibit. That's what we'd like to do.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what we'd like to do is just donate it. So we're trying to fill it up. A lot, obviously, all the guys from overseas sign it. We've got signatures in the past from people from South Africa, England, Germany, New Zealand, you name it. A lot of blue shirts, obviously, have signed it. Jim Alt signed it. You name it. But yeah, like this year was amazing with so many people that wanted to come out and sign it and saw the social media that Jason put on Beer Money. The guy from Jan Low from Germany, they had a live stream. He came out and signed it too. So it was an awesome time. I have more stories that we can get into, but we'll do that another night. We get more time. So I want to thank everybody for coming out and just experiencing Bowling Green. And like I always say, live for today because tomorrow's not guaranteed. And you guys do so much fantastic work for the show. I can't thank you guys enough either. So
what a phenomenal night going from promoting just a little event there in Highland, Wisconsin there this weekend to talking to two of the biggest names this past weekend there in Bowling Green, Ohio, and then rounding it out with some lovely knowledge there from the sport. That's truly fascinating. I love that. Thank you for bringing that up, Chris. Because
two themes for tonight, guys.
Bunch.
Two themes for tonight. Number one, two themes. Ladies are never wrong, and it's okay to talk about food.
I did. I talked about Waffle House.
I know. Yes, I know. Yes.
Oh boy.
and wait a minute. And if you get something, if you happen to get a bad meal, it's not the end of the world. They're always going to be open, so you can always go back 24 hours a day.
That's right. You can always try it next time.
That's right. One day it's Waffle House, the next day it's Awful House, and then you go back, and then it's Waffle House again.
But you always go back.
Make sure you plug in your phone.
Yeah.
Plug in your phone. That's the most important thing to remember.
Absolutely.
Oh boy. Well, we're gonna catch you. We're gonna round this out and catch you right back here next Monday at 7 Central, 8 Eastern. And you guys have yourself a lovely week.
When the power hits the track, GMS is behind it. Family owned, built in Butler County, Ohio, trusted worldwide. GMS delivers the good stuff. Oil primer pumps, diamond forgings, darkened sleeves, precision bearings, and piston rings. From rods to complete front drive assemblies, we've got it covered. Led by Brett Payne and backed by a skilled crew, GMS is more than a machine shop. We're your pulling partner. GMS, solid parts, reliable service, built for the long haul.
Get top-quality truck parts, as well as expert application information about tractor pulling and clutch assembly, from our professionals in Waynesburg, Kentucky. Call Kenny's today.
Contact Corsa today and ask about their pullers packages that give you all the information you need to know about your engine.
Extreme Performance and Tire Cutting in Rock Valley, Iowa gives their customers the most competitive edge possible. Be supreme. Buy Extreme.
Lincoln Diesel Specialties offers high-quality diesel performance products and services for various models of trucks. Check them out online.
The Pullers Championship is presented by a team of people with a commitment to the sport of pulling and a need to give back to the sport they love. The Pullers Championship was not created to be exceptional. It was created to be the exception.